Hello, it's, I don't know, me talking to you badly, so stuff. Yeah, I've got a couple of video responses that I want to do because why not? First one is to Alan Stewart, one of his subjects on his Friday Waffle video from this Friday just gone. He talks about the YouTube dislike button and ponders about the purpose of it and stuff. And I may have talked about this myself in the past, I don't remember, I've talked about so many things, but I thought I would share my opinion on the dislike button, what I think of it, what I think could make it better, stuff like that. Generally, when I put up a video, I expect to get at least one thumbs down. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised and don't get any, but it doesn't happen very often. Usually I get one. It can be anywhere up to 5 in a given video, and on a talkie video, back when I did the Friday talkie, way back, I would expect to see anything up to 10 or 12 dislikes, but that was for like maybe 130 to 150 likes. So, yeah, I expect a few, but how I found myself treating it was, it didn't matter. If there were just a few thumbs down, I was like, meh, so what? There are always going to be some, and usually it's just someone who doesn't like me. There are people who I've pissed off. I have expressed opinions that they don't agree with and they just can't handle that. Or I blocked them because they behaved like a dick in comments. And generally, if I block someone, I can expect a thumbs down from them for a good 2 or 3 or more weeks on every single video from that point. And there are some who are just crazy and they thumb down everything I do on principle. And you reach a point where you just expect that. And it's normal, and it's like, you can discount it, it means nothing, you know, the person's a dick, their opinion doesn't matter. That will always be a thing on YouTube. But every once in a while, I'll put up a video and there will be a lot of thumbs down. You know, say if it goes up to 20 or something, and that does actually make me stop and think, whoa, what's going on here? I clearly have done something, I'm not going to say wrong, but you know, it's hit a nerve for a certain sector of my audience. And then it's a matter of trying to work out why, what's causing this. And it's those things that I actually think make the thumbs down useful. Doesn't matter if you don't know who the people are, doesn't matter. It just means that there is something about that video that has caused a reaction that I certainly didn't expect. And I mean, there is one that always comes to mind, which is a video I did that isn't up anymore. I can't remember why I took it down. It wasn't because of the thumbs down. I think it was a Content ID thing. But that was my video of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I didn't particularly enjoy the game, and all through it I was employing deadpan humour, which people who are familiar with me, particularly familiar with how I do things, would have been completely used to it and got, he's making a joke here. But it being a particularly popular game, a lot of people were watching that video who didn't necessarily know how I do things. They didn't get my sense of humour at all. They thought I was being outright hostile. I mean, fair enough, I wasn't enjoying the game, but I didn't have such a low opinion of it as I appeared to have in that video, because I was taking the piss. But I couldn't see that. And it didn't occur to me that people would see it who didn't get what I was doing. And that is where the thumbs down actually comes in useful. I learned a thing from that. If I'm going to do a video of a very, very, very popular game and I don't think much of it, I need to be more direct. Deadpan humour will fall flat on its face. So it's like, okay, well, do what you like. But having learned that, If I was to do that again, I would expect the backlash. You know, the massive thumbs down. So it was useful. You can learn something from it. Are there things I think that could be better? Because on a normal day-to-day basis, it is fairly useless. Just the one or two you think, well, what the hell is that? You don't know who it is, you don't know what they're objecting to, and that makes it fairly pointless. I discount though, you know, if it's one or two or three or whatever, it's like, I don't care. Could that be improved? And one thing a lot of people say is it shouldn't be anonymous. I disagree, because if you stop it being anonymous, if a person has to tell you who they are to be able to thumb it down, the people who actually have a valid opinion that means something, and are perhaps regular viewers who you respect, they just won't do it. They won't thumb it down. And maybe it's a valid thing, a valid reason, but they don't want you to think they're a dick. So they won't do it, and the only people who would then use the thumbs down will be arseholes and trolls, and then that just renders the whole thing meaningless anyway. So I don't think that would, I don't think it'd work. I don't think it would help. I don't think you would learn anything. Because it can be that some people who do respect you, but maybe are just too nervous to come out and say, I don't like this, and I've got to be honest. I'm not a particularly approachable person when it comes to taking criticism. Someone tells me they don't like something I've done, I can react in a less than positive manner. So I understand that, you know, there will be people who won't want to do that with me. They won't want me to know there's something about one of my videos they don't like. But an anonymous thumbs down, yeah, on its own doesn't serve any purpose, but if there were lots of them, I stop and think, But what I think might be useful would be to thumb a video down. It should be necessary to put a reason. Now, the trolls will do one of two things. They will just thumb it down, and if they have to type something, they'll just be like ... or a load of gibberish or something that doesn't mean anything. Fine, you can discount that thumbs down as being by a twat whose opinion you don't have to care about. No problem. There will be trolls who will just write, you're a dick, you're full of crap, I don't like you, your video sucks. Fine, again, you can discount that as meaningless twaddle by someone whose opinion doesn't matter. But you may get some people who are not, you know, these comments can be anonymous, but they have to leave a comment to do a thumbs down, and that would give people an opportunity to say, I didn't like this aspect of the video, and sometimes there might be valid reasons. I know I've done some videos where the sound quality was crap, the video quality was absolutely crap. I expressed opinions that, looking back on it, were not necessarily, well, perhaps quite dumb, or certainly inaccurate, or whatever. Yeah, I think that kind of thing. Just a comment box, compulsory comment in the thumbs down box. You will be able to tell the difference between the trolls and the people with a valid opinion, comment, criticism, something like that. I think that would be good and healthy and useful and helpful. Will YouTube do that? Probably not. But that is my thought. I do think thumbs down serve a purpose. The 1 or 2 or 3 that you get on every single video, you can discount it. It means nothing. It's just someone who's suffering from sour grapes, or they're just a miserable twat, or they don't like you, or whatever. You can discount them. But when you get a lot, like a significant number more than you would normally get, then it's time to stop and think, and analyse what went wrong there. I mean, that one on the Zelda video, I actually did a video following that and said, what the hell gives? Why all the masses of thumbs down? Because it bugged me. I couldn't figure, why are people being assholes over this? was my view. But no, a good deal of them had a fair and not unreasonable view, because they didn't get the humour I was using. And for me to assume that they would get that kind of humour when it's not entirely obvious that that's what it is, yeah, fair enough. And even then, you know, they didn't share my opinion because they loved the game. So no one to blame for my... Yeah. Would I say it was an error on my part? Should I say no one to blame but myself? Blame? Meh. I used a form of humour on a video that it was ill-advised to do, but I took the video down. Not for that purpose. Not because... I still stand by that video. I still think it was a good video. I recognise that not everyone got it. I took it down because Content ID. Yeah, that is my thinking on that. Anyway, thumbs down. It serves its uses, but you gotta discount a great deal of it. It could be made better. Anyway, moving on. There is I don't know if it's a tag, but there is a video subject going around, doing the rounds. Started, I believe, by Mark Verheer, lactobacillusprime. What's your one childhood toy you could not live without? And it's a fun one. Mine actually isn't a toy. It is that piggy bank. Very old, quite dusty. I was given this, I've been racking my brains actually trying to remember, was it my grandparents or my great-grandparents? And I think it was my great-grandparents. This was a present for me on my birthday. And by birthday I mean the day I was born, quite literally. So this is older than me. I believe they put money in it. I think that was like a tradition or something. You know, when a kid's born, give them a piggy bank, put money in it, and then they put money in it from, you know, not them. The child who it's given to puts money in it as they grow older, you know, save their pocket money or whatever. My brother had one of these, my sister had one of these. I believe I'm the only one who kept theirs. Theirs looked different. One was yellow and one was grey. I think my sister had the yellow one. Theirs were smaller. Mine was bigger, but theirs were thicker plastic. This is it's quite squashy and thin. The interesting thing about it is it getting the money out. It's sealed. There is no hole. I mean, you put the money in there, but there was no hole to get the money out. And to get it out, and I did, you had to cut a hole in it, which I did. There was like a marking. Well, anyway, look, there's a hole there. It had like a round marking saying cut to open. So I cut it open. I still have it, the bit that I cut out, and it's still in here. And one of these days I'll glue it back in, because I actually really regret cutting it open. It was like dissecting part of my childhood. But I needed the money. I can't remember how old I was. I needed the money for something or other, so I cut my pig open. I dissected it. Poor little piggy. Yeah, very fond of this. Never, I would not ever get rid of it. You know, this will be with me until I die. There's nothing on it, nothing printed like when it was made, where it was made or anything. Very likely made in Hong Kong for all I know, and because everything was back then, you know, cheap plastic tap was made in Hong Kong, where now it's made in China. Yeah, so that is that. My piggy bank from, well, given to me when I was born by my great-grandparents. I'm pretty sure it was by them, from them. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button. I upload videos daily, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. To all those who've already subscribed, I'd just like to say a great big thank you.